All right, so we're trying from a new camera angle here. Let me go ahead and break this box up. Let me get my thumbnail here, buddies. I don't know if you can see the wording on there. Can you see the wording yet? Yep. So this is a kit that Kurt Tice sent me. It is from Screaming Diesel Performance, and I've been waiting on this part. When you saw the top of the engine bay, you noticed I was missing something very vital to the engine and how turbos work on these trucks. I'm missing I'm pretty sure I'm missing a Y bridge. So with this one, I went ahead and hit up Kurt Tice. I used the promo code KTA10. Not long until that one changes, actually. So if you're going to do some ordering, there you go. Get that code in real quick. Kurt hooked me up though very quickly. It got here a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So we'll start breaking some of these stuff out. They're really, this color is just awesome too. Sadly, it doesn't exactly match the turbos. It's close. It's close. But let's get to this unboxing. So Screaming Diesel Performance. It is a let's see. We'll go ahead and say we'll list the parts that I got, and then we'll show you. Alrighty. So I've got a billet Y bridge, the 3-inch SDP Y bridge, high flow. These can work for the LBZ or the LMM trucks. I've got the hot side intercooler pipe. All of this is powder coated too. It's an Illusion Royal, so it's pretty close to the turbos, but you can definitely, when you put them side by side each other, you can definitely tell a difference. Yeah, so let's get to this thing. Comes with an owner's manual or a instruction manual too. We don't use those. So this is your coolant bypass hose. There we go. This is your coolant bypass hose now. Okay, I like it. Coolant bypass hose. I won't be needing that. When you get the larger hot side piping, you will need a what is it? A 2.5 to 3 inch, I believe it is. I believe so. I believe it. I'll get the specs on it, but it is a, as you can see, it's an adapter. Very nice. The silicone with the 2 hose clamps, so those are already there. You get also the 2 hose clamps with for your Y bridge. This stuff is really, everything is saran wrapped together, so it might take me a second to open some of this stuff up. And of course, I don't want to destroy any of the fresh powder coating. That's one thing I messed up on my old truck. I didn't get the kit powder coated. I did have a different brand. But I stuck with this one this time. It seemed to have a little bit better quality, and I can, looking at this first piece, I can already kind of tell. Look at this color. I don't know if this light in here is going to do this color. It's pretty. I'm trying to get a good reflection. I'm just kind of working all the angles here. So there's that part. I love that color. This is how they're wrapping it. It's awesome though. It's great because that means that they're not wanting their powder coat to get messed up. This is the actual Y bridge itself. I'm told that SDP is a lot easier to put on since it has a 2-part Y bridge. It's not 2-part as in the stock Y bridge. This is actually a bolt together flange. just about where. Boy, that's beautiful. So where your factory Y bridge is directly in front. This is actually at a slant and turned up and outward like you would normally pull it out. This one's right there. It's already facing outward, so it should be. And like I said, from what I'm hearing, this is a lot easier to put in, and you can actually even install it very easily with your turbo still in the valley. So we will test that theory, and I'll get you feedback on that. Install. We might not do an install video. Is that the end of it? Well, my kids are just going crazy outside. Kids. My son's got his friend over right now, and they're just outside screaming like crazy, having a good old time. Oh, this color, man. Screaming Diesel definitely did it with this powder coat. Oh, it almost is definitely way too fancy to be on this truck. Way too fancy. And the inside, you can't say it's not billet whatsoever, because you can actually see even the markings of where they cut it out of the block of aluminum. This is, man, this is awesome. You know, I'm not going to name the other company either, but I was sadly mistaken of using that company versus this one. The real factor, the real trouble is what I had an issue with on both Y bridges. I have had two different sets of Y bridges. The problems I had is the new gaskets that you get that go between the the intake manifold and the Y bridge. I couldn't use the new ones. I never have been able to use the new ones, and this thing just would not set down. So I'm going to figure out about this guy, and like I said, this one part might be able to change my entire mind on what is a really good Y bridge. I mean, I'm already thrilled with it. So, gotta be delicate with these things. So here is the cold side. This is after your intercooler. Woo. That is your cold side. That is coming from your intercooler to your actual. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had a call come in. Yeah, still filming on the good old cellular phone. Here's where you got your ports for the. I actually have to take them off the old Y bridge kit. Well, Y bridge. Oh, yeah. Your boost gauge reader. It's already, that's nice. This is good. This is good. That is your unboxing of the SDP Y bridge and hot side piping. The powder coat is Illusion Royal. Like I said, Kirk Tice supplied to me. Got it here very quickly. And that is your kit all together. That's an SDP kit. Screaming Diesel Performance. Alright guys, sorry I couldn't have any footage of me actually putting the Y bridge in, but it is now in the truck. Great thing about it was I didn't even have to pull my Valley turbo out. The only thing I did was I pulled the S475 off just so I can have some more maneuverability around the truck. But Other than that, I didn't have to pull anything off the truck. It was a very easy install. It took me about 45 minutes. I was able to use the gaskets from the kit that were supplied as well. That was a big one on my list, was with the other Y bridges that I've worked with, am I able to use the gaskets they supplied? Yes. It was a little snug. I had to push it down a little bit like I've tried with the other Y bridges before. But this one actually set down and it went all the way into it. You can tell it was definitely very snug, and those gaskets are very good quality. The powder coating of the Y bridge held up extremely well. If you've ever done your Y bridge before on your LBZ, you know getting down in front of the turbo, you're going to be ratcheting across the powder coating. And this one, it doesn't even show that I even put it on with the turbo there. It was very easy, very quick. It took me about 45 minutes to get it installed. My only, I guess you can say, gripe about the product, and it's also one of the parts that's a good thing about it, is the two-part design in the Y bridge itself. Being two-part, it was very easy to get down into the valley. It's right behind the CP3 pump, and with other products, this is a one-part. I was able to get it down into the valley a lot easier, and I was able to apply a direct pressure to get these other the bolts to go into the Y bridge. My gripe about that is now not only does it introduce another spot where it can have a leak, it's very difficult to get the bolts that are supplied for the two-part on there once you have all your fuel and your wires there. It's very difficult to get down to it. I strongly suggest getting a magnetic set of sockets for it, or doing what I had to do. I took it back off just so I can plumb more of my fasteners, or more of my fuel. Strongly suggest getting a 12 millimeter. It's a 12 point nut, right? That goes down onto a piece of threaded stock into the Y bridge. I strongly suggest getting a magnetic set, and or doing what I had to do. And if I can find that socket, there it is. So it's an 11 millimeter. 11 millimeter 12 point is what would be required for this one. It's a 12 point nut. I think I've already shown it once. Let's try and get a focus on that one. Let's see. Anyways, you know what a 12 point nut is. What I ended up doing was, instead of trying to keep it together like this, a little trick that my dad taught me. Get a corner of your paper towels, your shop towels, something pretty thin, just normal shop towel. Set that nut down into the socket, right? Once you do that, I would suggest, you wouldn't have to, maybe if you have a better quality tools than what I have, it wouldn't come apart, but I would suggest putting tape around your extensions and where your socket is plugged into your extension at, just so that when you go to pull it off, when you tighten it down and you pull it off, it doesn't come apart, and you're stuck with an extension sitting on the socket, because it's pretty good in there. So other than that, man, this kit went together very awesome. It looked amazing on the truck. I have some pictures of it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram with all of the kit on the truck. I even set up the hot side just to get a visual of everything. Like I said, it was more or less a test fit. Once I got it all on there, I pulled it back off so I can complete my fuel and wire harness. But yeah, hit those guys up over at Screaming Diesel Performance. Very great product. It even feels high quality. Like I said, the Y bridge is already on there, but it's a full build. The powder coating is as strong as it could be. I really think it's a really great product. Okay, Kurt Tice supplied this part for me. If you're looking to try and get this same product, hit him up. He's got a promo code going on right now it's KTA10. A better way of usually ordering, the way I order my parts, is I message him directly All of his links will be in the description below. And let's get a quick look at what the Y bridge looks like down in the valley. All right, so like I said, didn't have to pull the turbo. I was able to do everything, all this wiring. I did a little wiring while I wasn't recording. But here's the Y bridge itself, down in here in this whole mess. So you got your nuts and bolts on the forward and back side of it. You got 4 per side. They can be extremely difficult to get to. What I did find that works really well with those is getting one of these flexible extensions. Okay, don't go cheap on one of these things. I went cheap. The first one I had, and it bent. I couldn't even put any pressure down onto it before it would start to twist. But it was very good. And get the smaller sizes so you can get down up underneath the turbo and on the back side of them, on both of them. Get a longer one. Don't try and get a short one. But yeah, so here's the threaded stock I was talking about for the connection for the 2-part. These are just threaded stock. So when you're going to set the system or the kit in there, make sure you pull those out so you won't damage them and or lose them. The O-ring I put on there. Other than that, man, that was a real easy install. I really liked it. You can look, see, straight billet. So real high flow. It's a lot better design. It's not that direct T form shape like the other ones are. It not being T-shaped actually helped me get down in the back side of this because it has an actual indentation right here. It's even good for the coolant piping for the turbo to run around it. It gives a lot more room. So this install was a really easy one. Like I said, it took me about 45 minutes.